Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, everybody. This is Artie Clear. You know I'm on the Wi-Fi 1460 AM. We're going to talk about the Philadelphia Phillies, what they can bring to the table. Will they repeat? Will they get back to the World Series? Or will they flounder? In my opinion, I think the Philadelphia Phillies have the best starting eight in baseball in the National League, especially now they got Polanco. They got this guy, Ross Gload, who's also a left-handed hitter from Kansas City, will help them in the outfield. Right now, their starting pitcher with Doc Holliday, Cole Hamels, Joe Blanton, J.A. Happ, and Kyle Kendrick will be your starting five. They got a little bit more depth this year. Signing Polanco was a very, very good deal for them because they gave him a third baseman. He was a former Philly. He hits around 340 last year for Detroit in a very tough hitting ballpark, a pitcher's ballpark. Now they got Polanco, Jimmy Rollins, Chase Utley, and Ryan Howard. Got to be the best infield in all of baseball. They re-signed Ruiz, a great catcher, defensive-wise, and plus he bat woke up a little bit. Now in the outfield, you got Victorino, Jason Worth, and Raul Ibanez. You got Gload that can go out there. Ben Francisco can go out there. Greg Dobbs is going to come off the bench. What their problem is going to be like this. It's the bullpen. It's the middle of their bullpen. Not signing Shane Hopark and letting him go to the Yankees hurt the Phillies. They need a guy who can pitch innings. They need a setup guy, which Mark Matson's going to do, along with J.C. Romero. I don't know. That's shaky. I don't like that too much. Then you got a commodity at the end of the bullpen and Brad Lidge, who's a guy who we don't know what's going to go on. Maybe he'll pitch good. Maybe he won't pitch good. It's an off and on year. This year's supposed to be on. Last year was off. Man had a 7.7 ERA, 11 saves, 0-7. They're going to let their fate led in Brad Lidge's hands. In my opinion, I think that's a bad move. They had this guy Valverde who played for the Arizona Diamondbacks last year, had 30-some-odd saves. He was a free agent. They should have gave him a look-see at least. They're going into the bullpen and in the spring training with a very, very weak bullpen, and that's what's going to hurt them. You notice all those good teams like the Yankees and the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox, with the free agents that they signed and the bullpen that they got, they're almost assured to make the playoffs. With the Phillies, they got a great hitting lineup. They could score a ton of runs. They got the best pitcher in Doc Holliday. Their staff after that just semi-okay, but it's the bullpen that's going to hurt them. Ryan Howard, he should grab himself 45 home runs, 140 RBIs. Chase Utley, he's good for 30 home runs, 110 RBIs. Hopefully Jimmy Rollins will come around and play ball like he did a couple years ago when he was the MVP. Polanco, he's steady at 320, 330, 340. Defense is tight. It's good. Victorino chases the balls down. Jason Worth out in right field, who's a very, very good right fielder, who's coming into his own. He's almost superstar status. He'll go to arbitration next year. I know the Phillies want to keep him. Ibanez, got 2 more years left on his contract. He's 38. They're going to platoon him with Francisco, and if he should get hurt, they're going to bring in Ross Gload. After that, Greg Dobbs comes off the bench. They signed the backup catcher, Schneider. They signed Danny Baez in the bullpen. We don't know how it's going to work out. It's all going to lay in the bullpen's hands from the 7th inning to the 9th inning. It's how the Phillies will handle it. It will determine their fate and what comes into baseball. You're listening to Artie Clear. You can always get me on 1460 AM at 609-447-0236 or 609-447-0040. And I'll see you when I get